Corporate finance practice problem using Excel. Rights offering, shares that could be acquired, calculation. Get ready, it's time to take your chance with corporate finance. Here we are in our Excel worksheet. If you have access to the Excel worksheet, would like to follow along, note that we're in the practice tab as opposed to the example tab. The example tab, in essence, being an answer key. The information's on the left-hand side. We're going to populate that into the blue area on the right-hand side. Working problems related to rights offering. The idea, general scenario of the rights offering could be where a corporation wants to generate cash, wants to generate capital, possibly by the issuing of stock, but wants to give a benefit to the current stockholders, lowering the price or giving some incentive for them to be able to purchase. That could possibly be done by the rights offering, which has a period of time where you might be able to purchase at a lower price. Now, when you're thinking about the rights offering as they're going to be given to existing stockholders, then you have a situation of, during that point in time, how much are the rights offering, the value of them versus the stock? And you might have a situation where you can actually sell the rights offering versus the stock. So if we were in that situation, then we might ask ourselves, well, if we're an owner, then how many shares of stocks could we be purchasing at the discounted price if we got these rights? And then how much would that cost us at the discounted price? So let's do our calculation here. We'll think about our situation. We're going to imagine we own the 3,000 shares. They're required to buy one of the new shares, meaning if you were to exercise the rights, it would take 4 rights and cash of the $45 for 1 new share of stock. If you were to buy the stocks without the rights offering, the current selling price with the rights on, including the rights, we're going to say is the $75. So then we can use that information possibly to think about what the value of the right itself would be, or one right. The formula for the value of one right being the stock price minus the right subscription price per share divided by the number of rights required to buy 1 share plus 1. Plugging that into our calculation up top, we're going to say that the stocks are selling, and this is going to be including the rights, so the rights on with this stock, if we were to purchase it with the rights, 75, and then we're going to say the cash for the subscription price, if we were to pay for it after we have with the rights at the discounted price at 45, underlining that, that's going to give us the numerator. The numerator, we'll subtract that out, that being the 75 minus the 45, or 30. Then we're going to pick up the rights that are needed for 1 share. The rights that we're going to need for 1 share is going to be 4. And then we're going to add 1 to that, plus 1, and then go to the font group and underline it, summing that up. That's going to be equal to the sum of 4 plus 1, otherwise known as 5, to give us the denominator. And then we'll take the value of 1 right, which is going to be equal to the 30 divided by the 5, or 6 even. We're going to underline that, font group and underline. Now, if we're in a situation then, and we're saying, okay, well, we own 3,000 shares. Well, then how many shares could we buy at the discounted price? Well, we could say, okay, well, the number of shares that we have is going to be equal to the 3,000 shares, and the rights per share we're saying is 1, meaning we're existing shareholders and they're giving us 1 right for the existing shares. So we're going to get 1 right per share. So that's going to be, of course, the 3,000 times the 1. That'll give us the number of rights that we have. The number of rights will, of course, be the same at the 3,000. And then we're going to take the number of rights needed to purchase a new share at the discounted price. So we need 4 of them in order to purchase at the discounted price. If we go to the font group and underline, that will give us the number of shares that we can acquire at the discounted price, which would be the 3,000 divided by 4. So in other words, once again, we have 3,000 shares. They're going to give us one of these rights per share that we have. So that means, of course, we're going to get 3,000 rights, but it takes 4 rights in order to purchase another 1 more share of stock at the discounted price of $45. So if we take that 3,000 divided by 4, we can purchase then 750 new shares. So the next question will be, well, if we want to exercise that, then how much is it going to cost us to exercise to take advantage of that discounted price? We're going to take the 750, and then when we cash those in along with our number of rights that we got, it's going to cost us $45 per share instead of 75. And so we're going to say 45 to cash in these rights. And so that means that the cash that we need is going to be 750 times the 45, or 33,750. So we got that discounted price, but of course we still have the cash that's going to be needed at the 33,750 in order to take advantage of the discounted price and exercise.